May 28, 2025. What a day. For Kalenny Elizabeth, it was a big one. It was the last day with her car. Not just any car, you know. It was her white 2010 Cadillac SRX. She called it the Caddy. It had been with her for 15 years. That's a long time. Longer than some celebrity marriages, am I right? She walked out to the driveway, keys in her hand, and just looked at it. The paint wasn't as shiny as it used to be. There were a few little dings here and there, but to her it was perfect. It was like saying goodbye to a friend. A very reliable, very large four-wheeled friend. Kalenny decided to take it for one last spin, just around the neighborhood. She turned the key and the engine rumbled to life. It was a familiar sound, like a morning coffee maker. It always started. Well, almost always. She put on her favorite playlist, the one she made back in 2015. The speakers weren't the best anymore, but the memories were crystal clear. Every song reminded her of a different time, a different place she'd driven to in that car. She drove past the park, the grocery store, all the usual spots. It felt different this time. It felt like a farewell tour. A very slow, very emotional farewell tour. As she drove, she couldn't help but feel a little sad. It's funny how we get attached to things, isn't it? Especially cars. They see us at our best, and they definitely see us at our worst. Like when you're singing at the top of your lungs, completely off-key, and you think no one can see you. The car sees you. The Caddy had seen it all. It had been her quiet companion through so many ups and downs. It was more than just a machine that got her from point A to point B. It was a part of her story. And now, that chapter was coming to an end. It was bittersweet. Pulling back into her driveway, she turned off the engine. The silence was loud. She sat there for a few minutes, just soaking it all in. She ran her hand over the dashboard. She remembered all the coffee spills, the lost French fries, the laughter. It was time to say goodbye. Tomorrow was a new day, with a new car waiting. But tonight, it was all about appreciating the journey she'd had. She whispered a little thank you to the empty car. Thank you for the ride, the safety, and all the memories. It was a proper send-off for a truly great car. That Cadillac wasn't just metal and wheels, it was a time capsule. Kalenny remembered buying it. She was so proud. It was her first adult car, a real grown-up purchase. She felt so fancy driving it off the lot. Her first big road trip was in that car. She drove for hours with her friends, singing along to the radio, feeling completely free. They packed it so full of snacks and luggage, you could barely see out the back window. The Caddy handled it like a champ. It never complained. It just kept going, taking them on an adventure they'd never forget. And oh, the life moments. The Caddy was there for all of them. It drove her to her first day at a new job, her hands gripping the steering wheel nervously. It was the car she used when she moved into her first apartment on her own. She somehow fit an entire bookshelf in the back. Don't ask me how. It's one of those car packing miracles. It was also her trusty ride for countless dates. Some good, some not so good. The car was her escape vehicle after a particularly bad one. She just got in, turned up the music and drove away. It was her safe space. Then there were the simple things. The quiet drives on a rainy day, watching the wipers swish back and forth. The trips to the garden centre, with the back filled with plants and soil. The car always smelled like fresh dirt for a week after. It was her concert shuttle, her grocery getter, her mobile therapy office. She had cried in that car, laughed until her stomach hurt, and had some of her best ideas while stuck in traffic. It was the silent witness to her life's little moments. The ones that don't make the photo albums but mean everything. 15 years is a long time. The car saw her through different jobs, different hairstyles, and different favourite songs. It was a constant. You know, something you can always count on. But lately, the check engine light had become a permanent decoration. The repairs were getting more expensive. It was time. She knew it was the practical choice to get a new car. It was the smart thing to do. But our hearts don't always listen to what's smart, do they? Her heart was a little bit broken to be letting go of her old, reliable friend. The decision to upgrade wasn't easy. The Caddy was comfortable, like an old pair of sneakers, but it was also starting to feel its age. The gas mileage, let's just say it was thirsty, very, very thirsty. And the technology? It had a CD player, Kalenny wanted something more modern, more efficient, and safer. After a lot of research, she decided on a 2025 Hyundai Tucson, in black. It was sleek, stylish, and full of cool new features. It was a big leap from her 2010 Cadillac. A very big, very exciting leap. On the morning of May 29th, she was a bundle of nerves and excitement. It felt like the first day of school. She was getting a new car. It's a huge deal. She double-checked her paperwork for the 10th time. Did she have everything? Insurance? Driver's license? Yes. She was ready. Saying that final goodbye to the Caddy in the driveway was tough. She gave the door one last pat before walking away. It was the end of an era. But as she headed to the dealership, the excitement started to take over the sadness. She was ready for something new. Walking into the dealership, she saw it. The black 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It was even better in person. So shiny and new. It had that new car smell. You know that smell? It's like a mix of plastic, leather, and pure happiness. The salesperson handed her the keys, and they felt so different in her hand. They were light and modern. No old-school metal key to be found. This was the future. She felt a little flutter of nervousness. Could she handle all this new technology? It was a little intimidating, but mostly she just felt incredibly excited. The drive home was an experience. She felt like she was piloting a spaceship. The dashboard was a giant screen. There was no gear shifter, just buttons. Buttons. She kept reaching for a shifter that wasn't there. It was hilarious. She carefully pulled out of the dealership, her eyes wide. Everything was so quiet and smooth. The car practically drove itself. Well, not really, but it had all these cool safety features. It beeped at her if she got too close to the line. It was like having a very polite co-pilot. This was definitely a major upgrade. Kalenny spent the rest of the day just exploring her new Hyundai Tucson. She parked it in her driveway and just sat inside. She connected her phone to the Bluetooth in about 5 seconds. Mind-blowing! She played with the giant touchscreen, discovering all the settings. Heated seats, a heated steering wheel. This was luxury. She felt so fancy. The best part, the panoramic sunroof. She opened it up, and the whole car filled with light. It felt so open and airy. This was going to be amazing for summer drives. Her first official trip was to the grocery store. It felt like a completely new experience. The backup camera was so clear. She could see everything. No more guessing and hoping she wasn't about to hit a shopping cart. The ride was so smooth she barely felt the bumps in the road. And the sound system? Amazing. She put on her current favourite playlist, and the music was so crisp and clear. She found herself just driving around a little extra, not wanting the ride to end. This was more than just a car. It was an experience. The difference was night and day. She loved her old Caddy, but this was a whole new world. The fuel efficiency alone was a game changer. She watched the little meter on the dashboard and couldn't believe how little gas she was using. She was already planning her first road trip. Where would she go? The mountains? The beach? The possibilities felt endless. The new car wasn't just a vehicle, it was an invitation. An invitation to explore, to travel, and to make a whole new set of memories. As the sun set on her first day with the Tucson, Kalenny felt a sense of peace and excitement. She looked at her new car, gleaming in the evening light. She would always cherish the memories she made in her old Cadillac. But she was so ready for the future. She was ready for new adventures, new road trips, and new songs to sing at the top of her lungs. This black Hyundai Tucson was a blank page, and she couldn't wait to start writing the next chapter of her story. And it was going to be a great one. I can feel it.